Merry meet everyone. Happy Moon Day to you all. I hope you all are doing well. And for those who celebrated, I hope you had a wonderful, a long holiday this past weekend. So we are going to do the archetype of the week. And last week we had the Empress. So we were creating something new, right? We were trying to, the Empress is about abundance. It's about expanding, right? She's pregnant. She's here. This is about expanding that. So this week, we have the Death card. And the Death card esoteric name is the Great Transformer and the Lord of the Gate of Death. Now, everyone seems to be afraid of this card, as well as the Devil card in the tarot. And you shouldn't be, because it's not necessarily as bad as you think. That is more of the programming that you faced in your previous years. So, here, death represents change, which is our only constant in the world. And change is exciting, but it can bring us a lot of stress and anxiety. The death card concerns all matters of transformation and is known as the key of deliverance. So, this is about transitioning from one place of being to the next. The death card relates to all matters of transformation, along with the next card, temperance, as well. These two combined are the foundation of self mastery. So, truly living is about taking risk and facing our fears. And one of those fears is death. But the death card is more of an initiation of sorts. The death card, it relates to being born twice within this lifetime. It is about a willingness to let go of the old personality, to let it die in order for us to gain knowledge of our eternal self and begin a new life from that awakening. You see, the skeleton on this horse, that represents you. That represents the core of you where you have shed, right? Your skin. You have shed. The white horse is purity. You see the king laying here, the child, the queen that's mourning, and the priest praying over him. So this is about a transition that's coming to pass. And you notice the king has fallen, but his child still lives. So I'm not going to explain all of this because this isn't a class. This is about um, our energy of the week. So the color black on this card, it represents Saturn, who is known as Father Time and is known for his boundaries and limitation. That's another, Saturn is a planet that many people misunderstand. Saturn helps us let go of things that no longer serve us, and he draws the line and said it's time, or the time is up. The white rose on the banner, that, or our flag right here, has 5 points on it, representing the um, five areas of spirit, of life within the four elements and the source of all living forms. The white rose is connected to the Fool card as he holds one of his left hand. Remember that the white rose represents good beginnings, purification of our desires, unity in nature, as well as illumination. The number 13 is a very powerful number and it relates to the cycles of transformation, where the number 12 is about completion, as the number 13 is a step in a new direction. So we can look at the number 3. The number 1 represents the magician. The number 3 represents the empress. So you see, this has taken us into a new direction. Remember, we just had the empress, right? Yeah. And one of the interesting things about this card can be related to the sign of Scorpio. And it is a water sign, it's a fixed sign, but it relates to intense feelings as well as pain. And it is a very spiritual kind of card. This is also soulmate energy, so it's very intense. Scorpio relates to the eighth house and in astrology, and the eighth house is death, which is co-ruled by Mars, which is the Tower card, and Pluto, which is the Judgment card. So You see how this energy is one of introspection. It's looking within to heal or transform as well as rejuvenate. Okay. One of the interesting things about the sign of Scorpio is that it has three symbols, which represent the three levels of transformation. So, even though this card looks scary and it has the word death on it, it is a very optimistic card. This card denotes change and transformation. Perpetual change is the root of everything. And there are many kinds of death. And what makes change so difficult is us fighting against it, being drugged through the gates of death and initiated into a rebirth. And that's one thing, we get so comfortable in our comfort zones, and things change. Even though it's good for us, we tend to shy away from it. Now, the Empress card here, this is very significant because we created something. Maybe we have our desires and we know we want to create something. We're in that process. And you're going to have to understand that in order to move forward, you're going to have to leave behind the old part of yourself. This is a transformation. This initiation. You're going to the next level. So in order to go to that next level, you're going to have to step up. Death shows up for any kind of transformation, transitioning, endings, and beginnings. Beginnings there, guys. This isn't negative. Remember, changes are constant. So we have to welcome death as the child does, right here, with purity and honesty, as well as an open heart. You see, he's holding a little flower in his hand. So, that is our card for the week. This card can operate in the detriment. So, the negative attributes will be weaknesses, resilience to change, inability to move on, not expressing our emotional pain. It's that which keeps you stuck in place. So that is the negative. The positive is the endings and new beginnings, transcendence, change, transformation, emergence, release, transition, liberation, acceptance, that sort of thing. And this card, the mythological association, is the god Ares or Mars, Apep, the serpent god, Kephra, the god of light and darkness, all that relates to the creative force and regeneration of purification. What a wonderful card this week as we begin the month of December. Y'all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Many blessings and merry part till we merry meet again.